It's Weekend Update with Unique Divination on Urban Mystic TV. Hey, what's good, magical family? It's Unique Divination, and you are listening to Weekend Update on Urban Mystic TV. How has y'all week been? Mine's been kind of crazy. I was sick earlier on in the week. I think I had a little touch of the flu. Not getting the flu shot. I don't recommend anyone getting the flu shot. That's just my personal opinion. I stuck it out, drank a lot of fluids, rested, slept, and just took care of myself. Husband took care of me, kids took care of me, and I'm back on my feet. All right, so that's what it was. Made a lot of great progress in my life. I paid my car note off. And I got a lot of other great things in store, but I don't want to speak on them until they happen so I can continue to share some great news with you guys, right? And so the reason why I was able to pay my car note off is because I've been practicing manifesting things in my life. That's word, son. And so let's get to why we are here, which is Weekend Update. Keep you guys abreast on things that go on during the week that you may or may not care about, okay? So we always start off with movies, right? And so we've had 3 movies come out the past week. They all dropped on the 26th. So let's get right in and see what we got going on. So on the 26th, we had a movie called Hostiles come out. Genre is drama or western. It's rated R. The director is Scott Cooper. Actors are Christian Bale, Rosamund Pike, and Peter Mullen. And the plot is set in 1892. Highly regarded Captain Joseph J. Blocker takes on the assignment of escorting Cheyenne Chief Yellow Hawk along with his family through hostile territory. Sounds kind of interesting. I like Christian Bale. Is this something I'm going to the movies to see? I highly doubt it, y'all. If it comes out on Netflix, Putlocker, whatever, I'm there. But I'm not going to the movies to see this. The next movie we've got, and the rating that it got, I'm going to start giving y'all ratings, was 3 out of 4 stars. Not too bad, right? So the next movie we got is The Maze Runner, The Death Cure, which is action sci-fi, rated PG. The director is Wes Ball. Actors are Dylan O'Brien, Natalie Emmanuel, and Catherine McNamara. The plot. In order to get the answers he seeks from WCKD and save mankind from the scourge known as the Flare, Thomas will lead a group of gladers into the legendary into the legendary Last City, a labyrinthine that will prove the deadliest maze of all. If they can make it out alive, they will finally receive the answers they need. That is the vaguest fucking plot ever. I'm sorry. I don't know how y'all feel about that. That sounds extremely vague, and I'm not feeling it. And the rating is 2.5 out of 4 stars, which I could see why, because that plot is very extremely shitty. And then we have a limited movie release, right? Kickboxer, Retaliation. Action drama, rated PG. The director is Dimitri Logothetis. Actors are Alan Moosey, Christopher Lambert, Jean-Claude Van Damme, right? And the plot is 1 year after the events following Kickboxer, Vengeance, Kurt Sloan gears up for his MMA title bout, ready to put Thailand behind him. But Thailand isn't ready to let him go, as he is drugged and finds himself back in the country, this time in prison. The powers behind his abduction want him to face a beast of a man, 6'8" and 400 pounds, Mong Koot. If he wins, he will be given $2 million and his freedom. Though Sloan is at first unwilling to be a part of the plan, he realizes he has no other way out and begins training for what will be his ultimate fight. Now, I don't know about y'all, but Kickboxer was a fucking legend-ass movie. This sounds awesome. only because I am big on nostalgia. I'm big on classics. The plot sounds extremely descriptive. It sounds pretty cool. Look at the ratings. It's giving it a 2 out of 4. So, again, I don't know if I'm going to the movies to see this, but I don't know. I'm going to say go to the movies to see this one, y'all. Out of the 3 that dropped, I think this is the one that has the best plot. Hostiles has Christian Bale. He's an A1 actor. The Maze Runner shit, that just sounds very stupid. But like I said, I'm nostalgic. Classic movie. Let me know what y'all think. I'm feeling the plot. It sounds very awesome. I'm into stuff like that. I don't know what you guys are into, but yeah, it sounds like something I'd be interested in. And it's a limited movie release. So again, I don't know how long it's going to stay in the movies, but you know. All right, so that's our wrap up for movies for the week. Our next segment that follows movies that came out this past week are TV shows, okay? Talk about all the TV shows that, not really talk about, just list them for y'all, because half of these damn shows, I have no idea what's coming out. I don't watch much TV, but I know a lot of my listeners do, and so it'd be only fair, you know, to just keep y'all abreast on what's coming out on the tube. Sunday on the 21st, we had 3 shows premiere. 8 p.m. Counterpart came out on Stars. 24th Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards dropped at 8 p.m. And 10 o'clock p.m. The Resident came out on Fox. All right. Monday, January 22nd, we had Mosaic, which was on HBO that premiered at 8 o'clock. The Alienist on TNT came out at 9 p.m. Love at First Bite on FYI dropped at 10 p.m. Murder is Forever on ID at 10 p.m. Pawn Stars on the History Channel. That shit is still going, huh? 10 p.m. Summer House Bravo at 10 p.m. Two Sides on TV1 came out on 10 p.m. And on the 23rd, we had We'll Meet Again, which came out on PBS at 8 p.m. Bizarre Foods America on the Travel Channel at 9 p.m. I like stuff like that. I really love eating foods from all types of different cultures. I enjoy food, and I enjoy food from different cultures, so that would be something that I would watch. Baskets, which I need cable because I love Baskets, so I'm gonna kind of talk about that. Zach Galifianakis, who's a comedian, he has this hilarious show, and again, this is the kind of personality I have, so if you guys ain't rocking with it, then I'm sorry, but this is me. But anyway, Zach Galifianakis is a clown who pretty much got his clown degree from a clown academy school in France, and he's come back home, and he's really not had a good experience being a clown, and Louis Anderson is his mom, and so this show is hilarious. Again, I have a kind of warped sense of humor. Shout out to all the people out there with a crazy sense of humor that does not fit the general consensus for what humor should be. So that's definitely something that I would be into. Comment below and let me know if you guys enjoy stuff like that. So that premiered at 10 p.m. Bellevue on WGN at 10 p.m. Drunk History on Comedy Central at 10 p.m. The Quad on BET at 10 p.m. I absolutely don't really watch anything on BET, y'all. But shout out to y'all that do. Another Period on Comedy Central at 10:30 p.m. and The Detour, TBS at 10:30 p.m. Wednesday, January 4th, we had 4 shows drop. We had Great Barrier Reef, which is on the Smithsonian. That sounds very educational, something that I would love to watch. That came out at 8 p.m. We have Schitt's Creek that came out on Pop at 8 p.m. Let's Get Physical on Pop at 8:30 p.m. And Waco, Paramount Network, formerly Spike TV, came out at 10 p.m. Thursday, January 25th, RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars. This show's still going, huh? All right, that dropped at 8 p.m. And let's see here. Sorry if you'll hear my mouse clicking. Friday, January 26th, The Adventures of Puss in Boots dropped on Netflix. Hey, I'll be watching that with the kids. It came out at 3:01 p.m. Dirty Money dropped on Netflix, 3:01 a.m. Joe Budden from the Joe Budden podcast said that show was fire. I don't know. Maybe y'all check it out. Llama Llama dropped on Netflix, 3:01 a.m. And One Day at a Time also dropped on Netflix at 3:01 a.m. Jane the Virgin winter premiere dropped on the CW at 9 p.m. And Sunday, Silicon Valley, The Untold Story on the Science Channel drops at 8 p.m. Again, something that I would probably be interested in. Waco, Mad Men or Messiah drops on A&E at 9 p.m. I would definitely be interested in that. And Best in Food, Food Network at 10 p.m. Something that, again, I'd be interested in as well. So those are all the shows that are dropping, that have dropped this week. And how could I forget about the Grammys? Maybe because I really don't care about them. But again, I know that, we are still watching the Grammys, some of you that are listening, and we'll talk about it. So who's hosting? James Corden will be hosting the Grammys. This is Corden's second year hosting the Grammys, following El Cool J's 4-year run. Okay, he has a late show, and he has a popular segment, Carpool Karaoke, which I have watched sometimes on YouTube, and it's pretty hilarious. And as far as the nominees are concerned, we've got Thinking, maybe Despacito, and along with Jay-Z's 444. We've got Issues, and then we've got that suicide song, 1-800-273-8255, and That's What I Like, with Bruno Mars. Album of the year includes albums from artists Childish Gambino, Lorde, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Bruno Mars. And those are some of the nominees for the big categories. Now, who's performing? Among the many artists performing are Childish Gambino, Kesha, Lady Gaga, Kendrick Lamar, Pink, and SZA. Other performances include Elton John with Miley Cyrus, Sam Smith, Alessia Cara, Logic, and Little Big Town. All right, if you don't have cable or satellite TV subscription, you can still watch all of the performances and see who takes home the hardware with one of the many live streaming options. So the 60th Annual Grammy Awards starts Sunday, January 28th at 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. No. I just fucked that all up. 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. And our next segment, which has been revised, which was, I just read off, or attempted to read off books that came out, but as I soon discovered that there was like hundreds of books that came out this month. So this segment is going to be our book mention of the week, right? And last week we had a great book mention. It was one of my coven members, and this week we have another great book mention. Okay, this book is called Succulence, steamy new adult dramatic romance. You can find it on Amazon, Kindle edition, by the lovely Lauren Lashley. And let's read about what this book is about. Wow, this book is filled with hot sex, some laugh out loud moments, secrets, lies, revenge, cheating, blackmail, some trifling players, and a whole lot of drama. Okay? All I wanted was success. The man, the money, the career, and the beautiful modern life that came with having it all. Instead, I got pain, heartbreak, struggle, and intense loneliness. I loved Jared. He understood me and loved all of me. He didn't treat me like the others who judged me based off appearance. He was the one I wanted to spend my life with. He wanted the same. But he shattered my heart into 1,000 pieces. Now I'm alone, hundreds of miles away from home, trying to start over. Nobody can touch me like him. Nobody can make me feel the way he does. And when he comes back into my world, everything comes into full bloom once again. But there's one thing. I'm hiding something. a secret dangerous enough to destroy everything I've worked so hard to accomplish and send my life spiraling out of control. Succulence is over 800 pages of steamy, scintillating, scandalous passion, complete with betrayal, intrigue, obsession, and twists at every turn. Recommended for 18 plus for new adult content and explicit scenes. If you love spicy new adult stories with dramatic romance and emotional twists, turns, and heat, scroll up and add this to your Kindle now. Succulence is designed as a standalone novel, but it includes a preview of Succulence, The Afterglow, which is an optional follow-up to this twisted tale. So again, the book is called Succulence, steamy new adult dramatic romance, and the author is Lashley. Go ahead and check this book out, all right? And let me know what you think about it. Give it a review. And also comment under here so that people can know, what's up with it, all right? All right, so what's happening in the sports world, y'all? I really told myself that I was going to cut this sports segment out, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting to just keep abreast on what's going on in the sport world. NFL, we all know that the Eagles and the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. Being somebody that is from Philadelphia, there was a once upon a time when I rooted for the Eagles. I remember my daughter was 2. And McNabb was the quarterback, and my daughter was in the hospital. She was very sick, but me and my now ex-husband were watching the Super Bowl from the hospital, and McNabb just fucked up everything. He didn't want to run. I guess he was trying to fight that stigma of, being a black quarterback that ran, and he just kept getting sacked, and it was horrifying. It was disappointing, and I've been very disappointed in the teams, the Philly teams, mainly the Eagles and the Sixers. So for my Philly people, I'm not going to shit on the Eagles too hard, but, I don't know. And the thing that's so crazy is that I'm also a Patriots fan. I grew up in New England, between the ages of 5 and 14, so I've kind of got a connection with the Patriots. I'm currently wearing a Patriots hoodie right now. I was in Philly last week, and I was told that I had a lot of nerve coming up there with my Patriots hoodie, but guess what? I'm a fucking rebel. What you gonna do about it, But I'm eager to see. I'm eager to see or to hear about what's going on, catch the highlights. I probably won't. I'm lying. I'm not going to catch the highlights, and I'm probably not going to watch anything because, again, I'm not really supporting the NFL. But I'd like to know what you guys think about it, and how do you think the views will be affected because of everything that's been going on with the stigma around supporting the NFL because of what they did to Colin Kaepernick? I really want to hear about that. I mean, I think that their views are going to be pretty low. I don't know how low, if it's going to affect their bottom line or anything like that, but I definitely think that the views are not going to be the same moving forward, right? And I suppose if I'm covering NFL, I might as well talk a little bit about the NBA. And I'm going to go ahead and read some rumors that we got possibly going on pertaining to the NBA. Hold on, y'all. I've got to do some clicky things here. Forgive me. I might edit this shit out. Isaiah Thomas describes criticism he's received as not fair. Isaiah Thomas said he's taken on excessive amount of blame for the current struggles of the Cleveland Cavaliers. We've been a lowest 5 rated defense team in the NBA the whole season, he says. So when I come back, it's my fault now, which life isn't fair, but that's not fair, bro, at all. I just laughed at these things because now I know in this circle and this team, everybody believes in each other, and everybody's in here for it to work and for us to be playing in June, whatever. DeMarcus Cousins suffers from a torn Achilles, and he'll miss the remainder of the season. Lakers remaining cautious with Lonzo Ball's MCL sprain. Lonzo Ball will be out for up to 3 weeks with a minor MCL sprain. He was hurt in the game on January 13th and has missed 6 straight games. Luke Walton said Ball will have to go through a full practice before returning to play. Magic waived Adrian Payne from the two-way contract. Orlando Magic waived Adrian Payne following a report from ESPN that Michigan State mishandled a rape allegation against he and Keith Appling. The incident reportedly happened in August of 2010. Payne was a two-way player for Magic, whatever. Bucks to retain Joe Prunty as head coach for remainder of the season. Marcus Smart out 2 weeks with cut hand. All right, he plays for Boston Celtics. Right hand laceration suffered from a non-basketball incident prior to Wednesday night's game versus the LA Clippers. Mike D'Antoni named head coach of Team Steven. And the 2018 NBA All-Star Game on Sunday, February 18th at the Staples Center. Tyler Lydon undergoes successful knee surgery. Who cares? I don't even give a fuck. Chris Herring, Real GM Radio. Host Danny LaRoe and Chris Herring of 538 catch up on an eventful time in the NBA. They discussed the Rockets' status as the top threat to the Warriors, Cleveland's recent struggles, evaluating the offseason's major trades, and much more. Dwayne Casey wants Raptors to push for the number 1 seed in the East, and that's about it. I can't stomach no more of the sports. I don't even know who the fuck is playing anymore. This is crazy. This shit has changed so much, and me just being on a spiritual path, I've kind of fell off from a lot of things, but I'm trying to get back in the game. All right, cool. As far as politics is concerned, politics is a fucking joke in this country. We all know this, but last week we went through a government shutdown where the government didn't come to work. They tried to blame it on the Democrats tried to blame it on the Republicans. Trump tried to blame it on, what's this guy's name? Schumer. Tried to say it was the Schumer shutdown or some shit. Who is Schumer? Let's find out who the hell he is right now. Senate Minority Leader Charles Schumer on Friday voiced opposition to the White House immigration proposal aimed at breaking congressional impasse over a long-term budget deal, prompting President Donald Trump to lash out at him, injecting renewed uncertainty into the negotiations. Schumer waited overnight to react to the plan, which would provide a path to citizenship for up to 1.8 million young undocumented immigrants, along with increased border security and cuts to legal immigration channels. In a tweet, Schumer called it a wish list that anti-immigration hardliners have advocated for years. This criticism did not sit well with Trump, who responded on Twitter by taunting Schumer for taking a political beating in the recent government. This shit sounds like WWF wrestling. I'm not even going to go on. Anyway, the government's resumed, and it's only temporary. It's only going to last until February 8th. So after February 8th, we have no idea what's going to happen next with our government, right? Wow. How about that? As far as finance is concerned, they're claiming that the American dollar kind of spiked up this week. Yeah, they said that the American dollar kind of spiked up higher than it's been in a while. Actually, I'm looking at some currencies now, and the euro, 1 euro is equal to 1.2012 US dollars. So we'll see how long that lasts. As far as cryptocurrency, the Bitcoin is plunging. Litecoin is plunging a little bit. Yeah, that's it for politics. Politics suck. Finance in this country is crazy. They're claiming that unemployment, especially in the black population, has gone down. It's the lowest in history. I'm not really too sure about that. I don't know. I would like to hear from you guys. If any of you guys found a job, or how's employment looking for you? Let me know. Keep me abreast, right? And so the next segment we're going to get into is religion and spirituality. I have no idea what's going on in the world of religion. I don't even know if it's anything really to touch on. I recently put out a video about the spiritual community, the Black conscious community, and the conscious community in general, of how they're attacking each other. And it's just really pissing me off. It's making me sick to my stomach that people that call themselves spiritual practitioners can just take the time out of their day to slander somebody. I thought that being a spiritual practitioner kind of meant no judgment as far as that aspect of it, and so it just perplexes me how you can try to discredit someone instead of just focusing on your craft, your brand, what you do, and focus on your vibration and frequency. So that's all I'm going to say as far as religion and spirituality is concerned. I don't really have anything else to say on that note. So the next segment that we're going to take it into is what's trending. What's trending on Twitter. So last week, the Kardashians had their baby via surrogate, named the baby Chicago. Everybody was up in arms, like, oh my God, it's not really a big deal. Hold on. I'm on Twitter right now, and it's been trending. World news. Teacher allegedly orders students to slap 12-year-old girl 168 times. What in the world? A 12-year-old girl was slapped 168 times over a period of 6 days by her classmates at a residential school on the instructions of the teacher. The child's father complained to school authorities, and police did what? What did police do? Let me open this up a little bit more. The father complained to school authorities and the police. However, the school principal, Kay Sager, termed it a friendly punishment. They were not strong slaps, but mild and friendly. I wish the fuck. Okay, let me tell you something. I wish a teacher would tell anybody to slap my kid one fucking time. All right, I'm coming up to that school and I'm slapping the fuck out that teacher, and I may slap a couple kids because that's just crazy. Chris Rock bans phones at his gigs, rightly so. Dave Chappelle's been doing it. Trying to stop the heckling. I don't know what it is. It was big to heckle comedians for some reason. And so he says Chris Rock fans face phone ban to stop major intrusion on quality of performance. The star has urged fans to take one night off from being the paparazzo of your own life and enjoy the show without filming. Right? And this was in the UK. The move is aimed at stopping people from filming his performance and posting them online, with anybody caught using them in venues being ejected from the premise. Rock said the use of mobiles for texting, tweeting, and recording performances is a major intrusion on the quality of his performance as a comedian. He's urged fans to take one night off from being the paparazzo of your own life and just enjoy the concert without feeling the need to film it. And I kind of agree on that. I go to concerts whenever I can afford them. If I can't afford to be up front, I'll get some long tickets. But, you guys remember a time when we used to go to concerts and events and we just had to remember it based off the memory? It kind of takes away from, how do you enjoy it when you're sitting there with a phone just up in your face, like you're looking at the performance through the lens of your camera instead of just putting your camera down and just viewing the actual performance. Now, I'm okay with taking a couple snaps here, taking a couple snippets, to remember, but to those people that will just sit there for the whole 2 to 4 hours of some type of performance with looking through the fucking camera, like, did you really even enjoy that? Did you enjoy that experience? You know what I mean? That was crazy. Let's see what else we got going on. In the hip-hop world, I guess, Joe Budden, he's extremely hot right now on his podcast. Vic Mensa and a whole bunch of other hip-hop rap artists just continue to attack him. He's retired. And he feels as though they're not dissing him. I don't really think they're dissing him. I just think they're hopping on the bandwagon. And when somebody's hot, you've got to make mention of them. Hence why I do it here. It makes people want to listen to your stuff when you're talking about what's the hottest thing out right now, right? And also, I want to talk about everyday struggle. So So if you guys aren't familiar with Everyday Struggle, Joe Budden and DJ Academics were the host of the show, and they basically like critiqued hip hop and just things going on in the hip hop and music community. And I guess they did not renegotiate their contract with Joe, and so he is no longer on the show. And they were looking for replacements. They were putting mad people in the spot, trying to get them to fill in and take over his spot. And they really, nobody thought they would ever be able to fill his spot, because you know Joe is just a character. He just is a very charismatic, rambunctious type person, and if you've never seen Everyday Struggle, then you really are not going to be able to know what I'm talking about. So lo and behold, they found somebody to kind of fit his place. Star is a radio media personality, and they pretty much were on Hot 97, and they were very aggressive and culturally mixed personas. They talked about a lot of people. They started a lot of trouble. He's made a lot of enemies in the way how he talks about people, the way how he critiques people, and I believe he still has a show, Star in the Morning. I'm not sure, but again, he's on Everyday Struggle, and it's interesting, to say the least. I don't know if Complex really knew what they were getting into. Hiring Star, he is nothing like Joe. He's been in a lot of controversy. I mean, he's even had to shoot up a club, you know, because of some shit that he said and popped off on people. He's had beef with many people. He calls himself the father of trolling. So they wanted to replace Joe with somebody else, and they picked Star, and the first episode was wild. The last 2 episodes that have aired have been pretty decent. They've been pretty decent, you know, so give it a watch. If you're into hip-hop and you like to see, you know, drama and things of that nature, go ahead and give Everyday Struggle a watch. I wasn't going to watch it anymore. Yeah, I was one of those people that were going to Complex just to give them a thumbs down every time they aired an Everyday Struggle show, because I was so mad that Joe wasn't there. But I stopped giving it a thumbs down. I haven't given it a like yet, but I am listening to the show, and I'm very interested. Star has a lot of information. Like I said, he's been in the game for a long time, and he's abreast on a lot of the things going on in the hip-hop community. Let's see here. The Kardashians did some fucking photo shoot for some stupid ass for what? Gap, or I don't fucking know. Or was it Gap, or what the fuck? Old Navy? I don't know. Old Navy, Gap, and everybody's frustrated because the little one, what's her name? The one that's supposed to have the baby with Travis Scott, she's got her stomach covered up, so everybody's shits and everybody's panties are in a bunch about her stomach not being shown, which I don't understand why you guys are really that concerned, but whatever. And then how can I forget, I think the biggest controversy of this past week, and it just completely slipped my mind, but let's talk about Miss Monique, right? The comedian. Everybody should be familiar with Monique. What was she on? What was that? What was that show? It wasn't Moesha. I don't know. She had her own show back in the day. It was a funny show. Oh yeah, Professor Ogilvy, and yeah, y'all know the show. Was it Tia and Tamara? I don't know. Anyway, so apparently she's calling for a boycott from Netflix because they only offered her $500,000, and she's comparing herself to Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and Amy Schumer. Okay, Chris Rock got like $20 million from Netflix. Dave Chappelle got like $20 million. I think Chris Rock is supposed to get the same for specials that they put out. And Amy Schumer was given 11. She tried to say that it was like a women's discrimination, and they came back and they gave her $2 million more, which she ended up getting like $13 million. So Monique is just fucking livid because she was only offered $500,000, and she's like, whatever happened to my resume? And they're like, well, Amy Schumer had a movie out, she's doing great things. And they're like, well, isn't that her resume? And I wasn't going to say anything about this, but from what I'm hearing, and again, I live in a bubble, but I'll listen to the Joe Budden podcast, and apparently she called them up to ask them to do a special. So that's element one in this, that she called them up, right, to ask them to do the special. And they told her that they needed her to audition or to interview. And that's kind of crazy. She has an extensive history, but I don't think there's any type of women discrimination, and I don't think it's a racial issue, because number one, Dave Chappelle just walked away with $20 million, as well as Chris Rock, and these are clearly people of color. Amy Schumer got $13 million, and she's clearly a woman. So I don't know, Monique. If you called them up, then I don't think they were checking for you. And if nobody's checking for you, why are they getting mad if they're only going to offer you $500,000? I'm sitting over here, nobody's offering me $500,000. I think that she should have took that $500,000 and made her brand bigger, put herself on Netflix so that she can get a bigger audience, and then did a second special, and she could have came back with asking for more money if her first special did what it did. You know what I mean? Just thinking. So these people out here, these rich people, I don't even care what color you are. When you're rich, you're just very privileged, and you just feel like you should just get. And then just to fucking call a boycott because they didn't pay you what you think you should after you called them up. And somebody, please comment if I'm wrong about this, if she didn't call them up. That could be misinformation, but regardless of the fact is that make your own fucking platform. If you're that upset, then put your own fucking thing together where you can expose your own shit. You know what I mean? And you won't have to worry about that. So I call bullshit on this one. I don't think it has anything to do with women's discrimination or racial discrimination. I'm tired of that shit. Monique, you failed on this one, sis. All right? Absolutely failed. So if you guys have noticed, or you probably haven't, because this is a new segment, the Weekend Update, I usually will talk about what albums are coming out in this month. And I think the Migos Culture 2 dropped. That's all I really know. I haven't really been listening to everything else, but I'm going to turn this segment into sleepers, and I've been inspired to do so by the Joe Budden podcast, right? I think that's really cool how they sit up there and will give people mentions, that are trying to be upcoming artists, that are trying to get out there. So I've got a sleeper of my own, and right now I'm just going to do one for now. And this band that I'm picking out is called Band of the Hawk. Okay? Check out their YouTube channel, Band of the Hawk TV. I guess you can check them out on, SoundCloud as well. And this song that I'm about to play here is called Black Lotus, and it's featuring Noah Archangel featuring Your Majesty, Jasquam, DJ Thurvo. Okay, so check it out.
Black Lotus, puffin' on hocus pocus, laughing at bitch niggas who social media posing the credibility weak. Whole style is lame until you get on the court. You ain't part of the game.
You know me very well. It's know a nigga read a scroll and sip from the holy grail, and hard to tell who's the flyest. Me, nigga, deny it. If I see it, I want it. Work hard and then I buy it. I'm at Frenchie's on the south side, Space City, Texas, nigga, where the hawks fly. Still like to throw them bows, box Muay Thai. Sagittarius, dead shot with my hawk eye. Nice try, but now it's my line, and my rhymes fall down like brown leaves in the fall time. We all shine, 'tis the season, we all grind. All grind, mad foul like all crime. In the X5 live, still cruising, bro. ATX hashtag, New Houston, bro. Catch me puffin' on vape, refusing dro. Throw up the H when you see us, what's poppin', yo?
Black Lotus, puffin' on hocus pocus, laughing at bitch niggas who social media posing the credibility weak. Whole style is lame until you get on the court. You ain't part of the game. You look like an idiot frontin' for broke bitches who wouldn't give you the pussy no matter how much you spend on it. Let me buy you a drink. Here's a shot of reality. Get the shit out your system that's fucking up your mentality.
Catch me in the Regal, bumping Beanie Siegel. Hawks, not the Eagles. Power to the people, coming with that rough shit. Haters get the duck sick. Devil see me and take a knee like Kaepernick. Yet the banner still waves. Niggas still slaves. Probably should've left them cocksuckers in their caves. This is new America. Now I'm on the run with mama's gun like Erica. Yeah. Band of the Hawk, we a fucking platoon. I take a dab of that wax, now I'm walking the moon. With a pair of penny loafers and a silver glove. Spitting that fly king shit the older guys love. I'm cold chillin' like the Juice Crew. Not quite what you used to, let me introduce you. It's Cool King and Just Quan, you know one test. Shitting on you bird ass niggas from the Hawk's Nest.
Black Lotus, puffin' on hocus pocus, laughing at bitch niggas who social media posing the credibility weak. Whole style is lame until you get on the court. You ain't part of the game. You look like an idiot frontin' for broke bitches who wouldn't give you the pussy no matter how much you spend on it. Let me buy you a drink. Here's a shot of reality. Get the shit out your system that's fucking up your mentality.
Hey, this is execution. Hell yeah, we want some retribution. Abuse is what we using. We the ones to do it, we the niggas out of Houston. Like where the fuck have you been? All up in the dark, niggas more marked than Cuban. When you start confusing, it's normal evolution with an R up in the front. Make them riot cause it bumps. You can get up high enough, fuck around and get Trump. Raise enough to make them thump. Homie slumped up in the trunk. Shit, been about a month. We still rolling skunk. All about to get them mixed and split up in this rhythm. This is mixture for the getting. I don't fuck with politics and I ain't fucking with religion. The president's a bitch and his preachers fucking children. The Hawks up in the building and we hawking all these niggas that they caught up in their feelings, making all the wrong decisions out here fucking up the vision. Trying to run this motherfucker, keep on going to prison, nigga.
Black Lotus, puffin' on hocus pocus, laughing at bitch niggas who social media posing the credibility weak. Whole style is lame until you get on the court. You ain't part of the game. You look like an idiot frontin' for broke bitches who wouldn't give you the pussy no matter how much you spend on it. Let me buy you a drink. Here's a shot of reality. Get the shit out your system that's fucking up your mentality. Selling niggas a dream. We can see that you fake. I ain't afraid of you motherfuckers. I say it right to your face.
All right, again, so that was Band of the Hawk, a song called Black Lotus. They are dope. They're out from Texas. So I guess that's it, guys. That concludes Weekend Update. Thank you guys for listening. Trying to revise this shit so, you know, I can just get it to mesh, talk about things that you guys are interested in, but I need some feedback. Leave comments. Let me know what you think. Now, as far as the book mentions, feel free to email me. Go to my About section on my YouTube page. Email me or go to my website, www.urbanmystik.com. And email me and give me some tips on what books to mention. Also, for my sleepers, let me know what's hot out there in the streets, y'all. I'm trying to give everybody an opportunity, and we know that there's way more music out there, you know, that doesn't get accolades or doesn't get acknowledged. And I'm talking about anything. I listen to rock and roll, heavy metal, country, whatever it is that you want to send in, you know, so we can have a couple sleepers on here, not just one. So I wanted to start it off that way, with this new revising of Weekend Update. Okay, so that's it. I ain't got shit else to talk about. Let me know if I forgot to mention anything in the comments. As always, thank you for tuning in. Like the video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're waiting on. It's only going to get better with time. I'm like fine wine, baby. Y'all see. You will see. Also, that's it. That's all I got. All right. Until next week. Over and out. Talk to you later.